All right. Hi guys, welcome to another video for Play-agricola.com. Um, Playing an EIKWM France G4 G5 deck with Def, Lady in Waiting, and Smith Dorian. Def and Lady in Waiting are both excellent players, so should be a very tough game. All right, taking a look at this starting draft pile, I have three really good cards. Um, Hut Builder, Patron, Silo Builder, Mason's Apprentice. Yeah, those are the four best. Not going to take Silo Builder because it's probably or Mason's Apprentice because it's probably the weakest of the set, those two, although they work quite nicely together. For me, it's a question of Hut Builder or Patron. I'm not sure which is stronger. Hut Builder or Patron. I'm not sure which is the better card. I'm going to guess that Hut Builder is probably the better card. Now, if I get Mason's Apprentice back, I'll regret that, but Def loves this card. He's going to take Mason's Apprentice, and then I imagine Lady in Waiting and Smith Dorian will take Silo Builder and Patron, which will mean I will probably end up getting like Scapegrace or Clay Deliveryman. Depending on which will be better for me. So yeah, partially because I'm probably gonna get Scapegrace back. That's why I'm not gonna take Patron. Rather take Hut Builder. Patron's a lot better when you play a ton of occupations, and Scapegrace is better when you don't play that many occupations, especially not late game ones. All right. Well, Silo Girl, one of the best occupations in the game, especially with the Mason's Apprentice that I just passed to Def. Wealthy Man is also a very interesting card. Yeah. For me, though, I think Peon is probably like Silo Girl will not be that good for me. It will be really good for Def, but it won't be that good for me. So I think the pick here is Peon. This card is quite nice because it allows you to go on vegetable and sow at the same time, which is really nice, really nice. Wealthy Man is good as well, but not with Hut Builder. Yeah, it's too early for me to take Silo Girl just to block it, I think. Uh, yeah, if I don't have a good enough game myself, it doesn't matter if I block the other players. I gotta. Later on in the draft I might block Silo Girl, but not with my second pick. I think Peon is good enough that that'll help me a lot more. And especially with Wood Hut Builder in that pack. If I get Wood Hut Builder back, pretty easy for me to do 5 rooms Hut Builder, max out on crops with Peon and get a plow, and then Wood Hut Builder says that your wooden hut looks like it gets scored like a clay hut, which is great if you have a really big house, because the big houses are hard to reno to stone. So yeah. So I'm hoping to get Scapegrace back and then Wood Hut Builder. All right, this is a very difficult pick. Not going to take any of these cards. For me, the question is not going to take Village Fool. Actually, Village Fool is quite good with Scapegrace because I could just throw away all my occupations. Generally, though, I think my occupations are looking pretty good, so I'm not going to want to do that. And you don't want to throw away miners, too, if I'm going to grow a lot, which I probably will with Hut Builder. So the question is Hewer or Veggie Lover. Hewer is a fantastic card. Even if it gets you a food and stone only once each harvest, it's still really good. The huge thing, though, is often before the second harvest, you can get 3 food and 3 stone, which is excellent. On the other hand, Veggie Lover combos extremely well with Peon. The ability to keep taking vegetables, which I immediately sow, and then I can then turn those excess into bonus points with Veggie Lover. This is very difficult. But I'm going to take Hewer. Actually, both Hewer and Veggie Lover are good for Def. Hewer gives him the stone to build stone rooms with the Mason's Apprentice that I'm sure he took. Veggie Lover gives him lots of points for his Silo Girl. So, which do I do? I think Hewer is a bit better than Veggie Lover. All right. Best cards here, and it's not even really close. Actually, Godfather could be quite good if it's next. Family Growth is next to the veggie spot. I could get a grain and a vegetable and sow them immediately, but not gonna take Godfather. Question is Wolf or Head of the Family? Wolf gives you a clay, grain, and wood, and 3 boar, which is quite nice. Head of the Family is also an excellent card. Gives you unblockable family growth actions as well as build room actions. So yeah, that's quite good. So I could take Wolf. I could take Head of the Family. I think since I know Mason's Apprentice is out there, I think I want to take Wolf because even if Def takes Head of the Family, great. If he might take Stonebuyer actually. He might take Stonebuyer. I can see Def trying to pull that off. Head of the Family is really good, but it also frees up the family growth queue, which I want to have happen because I'm going to build lots of rooms. Def is not going, if he plays Mason's Apprentice, he's not going to use Head of the Family that often. So I think I'm going to take Wolf here because I just think Head of the Family, someone else playing it will be about as good for me as if I play it. That's kind of what my thinking is. Like if say Def passes it and Lady in Waiting plays it. So Lady in Waiting and Smith Dorian both grow. Let's say they both grow at the same time. Then I'm gonna grow after them because Def is gonna be setting up his Mason's Apprentice. I assume. I'm gonna feel really silly if he doesn't, but I know Mason's Apprentice is one of Def's absolute favorite cards, and he always tries to make it work no matter what. So I wouldn't be that surprised if Def plays Stonebuyer, and then Head of the Family goes to Lady in Waiting. All right, here, Silo Builder, Scapegrace. The card is Silo Builder by quite a bit. Silo Builder is an excellent card. A good way for me to get 2 grain and 2 vegetable. I should consider Scapegrace, but I'm not going to because I have good occupations. I would rather play occupations than not, and Scapegrace generally you want to not play occupations. Silo Builder does overlap with Peon quite a bit, so probably I'm only going to play one or the other. But especially if I want to build a 5th like wood or clay room, building 4 stables on top of that for 2 grain and 2 vegetable with my Silo Builder is nice. And then I probably will set it up so that it also triggers my wolf. And then yeah. Here the pick for me is Wooden Hut Builder. I'm almost 100% sure. Not going to take Wealthy Man because I have Hut Builder and I want to play that. I could take Sheep Whisperer. Sheep Whisperer is a possibility, but I think I have other occupations I want to play early. I want to play Hut Builder. I want to play Hewer. Yeah, Sheep Whisperer is really not that strong. And then Award Winner. Award Winner can be okay, especially with Hewer if I want to play lots of stone improvements and pay an extra stone. But the problem is usually you don't have so much stone that you can do both. Yeah, I'm not that sold on. I don't think Award Winner is that strong. I think Wood Hut Builder is likely going to be a 5-point card for me, and then I could then ignore Renovating all through the game. And then here, I'll take Football Player. Football Player is an interesting card. Prefect would be okay. Not going to take Slaughterman, so I could take Prefect. I don't have any occupations that convert resources, but I might get minor improvements, and I might end up building pottery, joinery, basket maker's workshop with my hewer. So I think though football player is the pick because I'm gonna have a lot of actions and I'm not gonna need to reno. So I think I'm gonna have a lot of times where I can do good football player moves. So and if I don't play it at all, then I'm not that worried between the two of them. Problem with prefect is that usually it's only worth like 2 food for the next harvest, and there's like a 4 food option available, and that 4 food option is just so much better. Um, yeah. Okay. Open gate is good. I do not think I will take it. Um, Granary is good. Not going to take it. It overlaps with my occupations. Not going to take any of these. Artichoke field is okay, but nothing fantastic. Not going to take wood saw. Um, because the Mason's Apprentice is probably going to be building rooms after me. So spare fence posts can be quite good. It'll introduce a lot of wood to the game, which I do want to have happen. Um, but I think landing net is the pick here, just because. Why is landing net the pick? If Def does play Stonebuyer, am I going to want to go on read food, 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 4 food and a read? Am I going to want to do that a lot? Um, I'm not sure, to be honest. If I get Basket Maker's Workshop, landing net is great. If I don't, spare fence post is the pick. I think I'm going to take landing net. All right. So, Stonehouse extension. Can't believe I'm going to pass that to Def with the Mason's Apprentice. So, yeah, if Def took Stone Buyer, he's going to be quite happy with this card. I definitely want to consider Shepherd's Crock. Even if I only trigger it once, 1 wood for a pair of sheep is pretty good. But I think the pick is going to be Clay Hut Extension here. So I think what I do is I decide that yes, I am going to renovate to clay. I'm going to build 1 wood room, renovate to clay, play Clay Hut Extension at some point in the game, and then also get a clay room from Hut Builder. So I'll end up with 5 clay rooms. Clay Hut Extension is a great miner, especially because you're allowed to go on starting player and build a room at the same time. It's awesome. So that you then can family growth with your first action in the next round if you need to. Grain Bag is great card, but I'm not going to go in the take 1 grain space at all, I think. Not with Silo Builder. Yeah. I think Clay Hut Extension is the pick here. So I really like Grain Mill Oven. I think the ability to save 2 stone and get stone oven is really strong. Yeah, very strongly considering Grain Mill Oven. Alternatively, tea is okay, but it's passing. Helpful Neighbors could actually be quite good this game to get an extra stone at the right time with the Stone Buyer. Breakfast Outdoors, not going to take that. I think for me it's Iron Oven or Grain Mill Oven, and I'm going to take Grain Mill Oven because I bet Def took the Stone Buyer, and having enough stone for Iron Oven is probably going to be difficult. Yeah. Even if you only get Clay Oven with Grain Mill Oven, it's still quite good. Oh, and there was Baker's Oven out there as well. So discarding Grain Mill Oven for Baker's Oven would be fine too. Yeah. Okay, carpet. Ah, geez. Carpet would be really good for me. It's a very good card. I So if I played Silo Builder, built 4 stables, and then got a 4 sheep action and played Carpet, then my next two, probably this will happen after my first family growth, so my next two family growth actions would be unblockable. So that would be quite strong. Um, Dovecoat is also an excellent improvement, especially with the stone I'm hoping to get from Hewer. Um, yeah, this is difficult. Carpet or Dovecoat? I think if I do play Silo Builder, it'll probably be pretty late into the game. So I think the pick here is Dovecoat. And then here, spare fence post. That's a pretty easy pick for me. Introduces a bunch of wood into the game, which I want to do because I have Silo Builder. Yeah. Alright, I should start laying this out. So yeah, it looks like I probably won't play Wooden Hut Builder, but if I am left in a situation where I never reno, then that's okay, because if I do reno, I have Clay Hut Extension, which is good. If I don't reno, I have Wood Hut Builder, which is also good. So we'll see how things go. Okay, so peon. Whenever you do grain, you can take grain, you can bake bread, and whenever you go on vegetable, you can sow. Very nice, but I think it'll get replaced by some of my other cards. So I'm regretting not taking block actions with that pick, but of course I didn't know. So a hewer, periodically you get a food and a stone if neither clay action is taken. Wolf, it gives grain, clay, wood, grain, and 3 boar. Over time, Silo Builder gives you 2 grain and 2 vegetable if you build 4 stables. Football Player gives you points depending on if you pay food when you take certain actions. And Spare Fence Post allows the purchasing of 3 fences for 2 food from the player who played it. So here I'm going to take Baker's Oven. My hope will be that with grain mill oven I can upgrade it for a stone oven. However, if that doesn't happen, the baker's oven is a nice safe play for me to get that nice little combo for 3 points from a clay and a stone. And last pick here, I'm going to take T. I'm not all that impressed. Probably not going to plow early, so I'm not going to take Clapper. Corn Storehouse is an awful card, so yeah, so I didn't get a plow, which is too bad. So that is a bit of a problem for me. Yeah, we'll see. So I'm starting last, which is troublesome. Def has Educator. Educator, one of the strongest cards in the game. Not sure what feeding methods did I pass to him. None that I could think of off the top of my head. But it also means that we're probably going to be pretty hungry, although it's likely that Def will take 2 clay and build the first fireplace so that he can have a nice 4 sheep action. So we'll see. Although Def does want to do, he might want to do day labor as well. I'm not sure. We'll see. Going last is kind of crappy because I have landing net and I want to be doing like Reedstone Food starting player in round 1, but that's okay. I could always get in the future. So I'm gonna have to revise my opinions. Do I think Def has the Mason's Apprentice combo? He might not. He might have passed it to Lady in Waiting. I have to think about what else was in that Mason's Apprentice pack. He might have played something else instead of with educator, he might have focused on something else. Like I didn't pass him dancer or anything like that, so I'm happy about that. Didn't pass him any like lights out, amazing round one or feeding stage one cards. All right, so I could take 3 wood here. That would be the standard play, but I think what I'm gonna do instead is take 1 reed so that I can starting player landing net with my second action. Pretty obvious play. Might be that Smith, Dorian, or Lady in Waiting want a starting player themselves, but I didn't pass that many good round one minors. So, yeah, Def does day labor, giving him food so that he can play an occupation next round. I am going to. So Lady in Waiting has 3 food of it, so 3 wood available. So even if starting player gets taken, I probably get 2 clay back. 3 wood, starting player, 2 clay. Those are the best actions. So yeah. And the dream case would be no one takes 3 clay. I starting player grab 6 wood next round. Because a 6 wood action this early is ridiculously good. Lady in Waiting takes 2 clay over 3 wood. Interesting. Nothing wrong with that, but it's interesting. And I starting player play landing net. Smith Dorian played Joiner. Joiner is a card which gives wood whenever 1 wood whenever you take food. So I did Reedstone food and got a bonus food. So now my next action, hopefully it's going to be to play an occupation. Probably Lady in Waiting plays an Ock, and then Smith plays an Ock, and then or Smith does something else. I don't know. We'll see. Play an occupation or take wood. Either is fine. I want to play Hewer at some point. Hewer will be the first thing that I play, and then Lady in Waiting plays Village Fool. Cool. So Lady in Waiting probably has Scapegrace, I would guess. Oh, or actually the Educator might have taken Scapegrace too, because he has a way of forcing out oh, I passed Patron, of course. Damn. Damn, I passed the Educator Patron. Oh god. That's a incredibly strong combo. Oh well. Oh well, it's done. So Smith plays Crop Rotation Field. It's just a field that has a single field that has the Crop Rotator ability. So yeah, Def got Patron, which gives 2 food every time you play an Ock, and of course Educator lets you play Ocks out of your turn. Really strong. Really strong. Can't believe I forgot that I passed Patron. I should have remembered that as soon as I saw Educator. Oh well. I bet Lady in Waiting took the Mason's Apprentice combos and is now gonna throw them all away with Village Fool. And then play Scapegrace. Or either that one of the two has Scapegrace. No sense in thinking about it too much, I guess. Smith Dorian might have Mason's Apprentice. It combos pretty nicely with Joiner, so we'll see. I go second next round. So what do I want to do? Probably taking 2 reed and 2 food will be good. I could reed stone food and get an extra food. I do want to start taking wood, and I also want to play my hut builder. Those are the... yeah. So taking reed either on reed stone food or 2 reed, and then taking wood and playing my hut builder. That's what I want to do for like the next 3 rounds. And also take clay whenever clay is taken. I want to leave myself open to doing that. So if someone takes 4 clay next round, I want to take 3 clay. Because that way there won't be 4 clay available in round 4, so that the hewer can trigger at the end of round 4. Trigger. Having difficulty. Is Def out of food? He had 4, played... yeah, Def... oh no, because now he only has... his things only cost 2 each. Alright, I'll do 2 reed. That's fine. 2 reed, 2 food. So hopefully my second action will be play Hut Builder. Pretty likely that I get it, thanks to the educator being out already. Or alternatively, if I think 4 clay will get taken, which it might, Def might do that because he wants to get a cooking hearth. He might do traveling players though, just to play it safe. I don't know. Lady in Waiting discarded Stonebreaker, so yeah, maybe Lady in Waiting took all the Mason's Apprentice combo cards. It's possible. So here I'm gonna play an occupation. It's round 11, I don't need to count it. Yeah, so I passed the educator, head of the family, and patron. Blech. Blech. I passed him a bunch of good cards. I have some pretty good cards myself, but I passed him a bunch of good cards. Not good. Def will do quite well. So my hope is that Lady in Waiting does not take clay here, and that she plays an occupation or takes 3 sheep. She might do either. But she might take 4 clay as well. 4 clay is one of the best actions here. She could take 3 wood. 3 wood would give her enough wood to build a room. Nice! So I get a food and a stone from my hewer because nobody took clay in that round. So now this round, 6 clay will definitely get taken, so I want to plan on one of my moves being to take 4 clay. Hopefully I get 4 wood, but if I don't get 4 wood, I'll take 3 wood, and 3 wood is fine enough. So yeah, my second action will be to take clay. First action, hopefully 3 wood. 3 wood's probably the best thing available to me right now. Now there are 1, 2, 3. All four of us need one more action to get enough resources for our first wooden room. So probably because Def is the starting player, he's in the advantageous position. Although what we might see is we might see Lady in Waiting take one read here. That would be kind of interesting to be able to guarantee herself first room in round 5. Yeah. I unfortunately don't have a way to get my 5th wood this round. Gonna have to wait for next round, which means I won't be able to build the first room. Oh, very interesting. Lady in Waiting playing. Oh, she has, she took carpet. Okay, Lady in Waiting took carpet, so that's why she's fencing here. Might also have cat lover. It's possible. She has cat lover, that'd be pretty cool. And clay got taken already, so I don't have to, so I'll probably starting player in that case. Or I could major minor basket maker's workshop. It's pretty important for me to get that with the landing net. Or I could play an occupation. I could do that too. Play wolf. Or yeah, play wolf probably would be the card. I could play silo builder, because then when I build a stable I get a grain which I could then bake and eat at some point in the game. I'm not really sure what I need to do here. So Smith Dorian plays clay deliveryman, so probably I'm not going to play an occupation. Okay, probably I starting player here, I guess. Although I don't really have any minors that I need to play now. I could play spare fence post to get it out there. I don't have clay to play grain mill oven. I could still play an occupation. I could buy basket maker's workshop. I don't really want to buy basket maker's workshop here though, because it's gonna put me. Yeah, okay, I want a starting player because then my first action can be to take wood and then my second action can be to build a room. Yeah, okay. Definitely playing a occupation here. And I'll do spare fence post. And here I grab 3 wood. And my first action next round my next action will be to build a room, and then that'll all but guarantee me first family growth, with Lady in Waiting having no wood, and Def with the head of the family won't be rushing it. Yeah, it's probably I build, and that'll be pretty good. Be a pretty decent start. So looking at my football player, there's sheep in round 1. That's good because I definitely want to take sheep once this game. Probably I kicked onto sow bake, and then I have tea so that I could then kick onto Reno, which would come round 7. So that's pretty good. Looking good so far. I build a room. Nice thing about landing that is the extra 2 food so early is great because even if it activates twice, that feeds your round 1 harvest. So I only need to take reed once more to have enough to feed at the end of the next round. Oh, Lady in Waiting plays Stonecutter. Good card. Hopefully not going after my... oh, might still have Mason's Apprentice. Okay. Yeah. So with Stonecutter, Mason's Apprentice becomes 2 stone, 2 reed. Oh, Smith Dorian plays Eris. Oh, that's okay. I still go before him. And I played so Veggie Lover turns your excess grain and vegetables into points, and also lets you eat a grain and a vegetable. Um, there's Def playing the Scapegrace for a nice amount of points. 1, 2, 3, 4, 4 points, really good. Okay, I'm not gonna starting player here because I think there's other better stuff to do. I could reed stone food, or I could 4 wood. 4 wood is really good. Reed stone food is also really good. I do need food. Okay. No, I'm gonna do this because it'll let me buy well next round. And 4 wood is always a good action. 4 wood is really good. Def plays Cooking Hearth, no surprise, wants to be able to eat his sheep. So Def is going for a very early stone house in spite and not going to be growing at all, it looks like. Oh, he has stone house extension, of course. So Def setting himself up for stone house extension. He needs a bunch more stone to do that. And then my second move... What will my second move be? Do I want a starting player again? I could. I probably don't need to though. No, I definitely don't want a starting player again. Because the only person likely to do so would be Smith Dorian. Oh, Smith Dorian starting players. Okay, so I don't need to worry about feeding. I'm not going to starting player myself because there's no need for me to. So I don't want to take 3 wood because hopefully I get 6 wood next round. Not that it's that likely to happen, but it is possible. So I'm going to take that 3 wood. So I'll either 2 reed or reed stone food next round. That'll give me all the food that I need to feed. Plus a food and a stone from my hewer because no one's going to take 2 clay. Yeah. Alright, Def's now at 4 stone. So he needs a reed stone food action in order to be able to reno and play stone house extension. Fortunately, I go before Def in turn order, so the only way he can jump me is with starting player, and he has no need to starting player because he's got head of the family. So, should be okay. Oh, someone did take 2 clay. That's a pain. Lady in waiting taking 2 clay. Oh well, it happens. I'm gonna get 6 wood, so I can't complain about it too much. 2 wood is really good. Definitely means that I'm gonna play silo builder. So my second action, I would like to do Reedstone Food, but probably def Reedstone Foods here. Because he wants his second action to be Reno Stonehouse Extension. Of course, Lady in Waiting is also looking to get Stone and Reno. So actually, there's competition for the Reno action, which is cool. I'm definitely happy about that. I want there to be competition for it early so that it's easily available to me late in the game. Def does Reedstone Food, gets him his resources to Reno plus Stonehouse Extension. So I will be either taking 2 reed and 2 food or taking 4 food. Actually, I'll be taking 2 reed and 2 food because Smith Dorian is definitely going to fish or traveling players, one of the two. Probably clay gets untaken this round, so that next round I could take 4 clay and then Reno and play the well. That would be handy. Oh, I'm going to want a family growth next round. Got to keep that in mind. So when I family growth, I'll play. If I could take 4 clay first, I'll family growth and then play grain mill oven. That'd be good. Def starting players here. I guess to get ahead of Lady in Waiting. Also to play the Granary, because Granary activates on round 8 now, so he wants to get his Silo Girl activated, of course, as well. So that's his other reason for pushing it out faster. So Lady in Waiting did get Mason's Apprentice. I was so sure that Def was going to take it because he loves that card. But he decided on Escape. What did he decide on? I saw Scapegrace twice. He decided on Sheep Whisperer. No, Patron. Patron, because Mason's Apprentice was in my first pile. Yeah. He decided on Patron with the Educator pick. Yeah. But that's. Yeah. I couldn't have known he had Educator. I'm pretty sure any other first pick, Def takes Mason's Apprentice. But I'll ask him about that later. I'll say, are there any cards other than Educator that would make you not pick Mason's Apprentice in that position? So if I want to grow this round, I need to play Family Growth with my first action. So I could Family Growth and play Dovecoat. It would mean that I don't get well, but I think I'm okay with that because Dovecoat is 1 point less, but saves you a stone and stone and a wood, and it's about the same amount of food. Of course, it doesn't deny the well from your opponents, which you would always like to do if possible, but yeah. So I think what I do here is I family growth, and play Dovco. So the nice thing is, I only had to starting player once, and that was all the way back in round 4 in order to get the second family growth. Getting first would have been okay, but second is absolutely fine. Oh, star classification meal, really nice for Def. Yeah, it's having quite a strong game. So probably we're going to see Smith Dorian play the well, I would imagine. Probably his plan is to Reno and play well next round. But in order to get it, in order to beat Lady in Waiting to it, he's going to have to starting player. So it's going to be tough. Lady in Waiting needs to do Reedstone Food as well to get the third reed to build a stone room. So, but she does have the sheep skip family growth or carpet. She does have carpet, so she doesn't mind doing starting player at all to play carpet. So see what Smith Dorian does. So there's only one action left, and that's Smith Dorian after me. So I'm gonna pass on taking clay and hope that he starting players or some other similar thing so that I can activate my hero again. And I take 4 wood. Because that's how my game is going to go. I'm just going to keep hoarding wood and then have a whole bunch of it. Because Def's not building a wood room, Lady in Waiting's not building a wood room, Smith Dorian is only building 1 wood room, so I'll make up for that by building a bunch of wood rooms. And then maybe I play Wood Hut Builder at the end of the game. I'd be okay with that. So before I go on the build room space next, I want to play Silo Builder and Wolf. And I want to play both of them because Silo Builder will give me a grain, and then Wolf will give me an extra grain and a boar. So that's pretty cool. Actually, I'll be able to use Wolf to get 2 boar to get them breeding on my 4 stables. So that's quite good. So I have a couple things to do. I want to build another. I want to play 2 occupations, Silo Builder and Wolf. I want to build a room. I want a family growth again. I'm not going to get to do this all next round. I'm going to want to go on Reedstone Food and buy the Basket Maker's Workshop. Actually, I don't even need to go on Reedstone. I will, actually. That's not true. I will. Because to build another room, I'll need to read. So I'll need to Reedstone Food or to read. I guess to read does it as well. Since Smith Dorian probably, hopefully doesn't take clay here. He might starting player or he might 3 wood. I'm going to need 5 food at the end of this round, but I'm going to have probably 2 at the start, and then taking 2 reed and building Basket Maker's Workshop gets me a long way there. So I assume Smith Dorian did that in order to get 6 wood. He might have done it in order to Reno, but I doubt it. He doesn't have enough reed to do Reno and to starting player and then Reno and then get reed. Because I'll take the 2 reed and then he'll be stuck. So I get a food and a stone from my hewer. Oh, he does. He first action Renos with 6 wood available. Well, I think I have to take 6 wood. And then I ignore wood for the rest of the game. Yeah. I'm okay with that. So now I'll build 1 more wood room and then fence 12 and get 15 with my spare fence posts, and then build 4. So 4 stables is 8, another room is 13, and then fencing 12 is 25. So I actually need 2 more wood than I have right now. And then if I want to build well and or joinery. Def plays plow here. That's very interesting. So we can see why Hewer is so good. It's gotten me lots of early stone, which is awesome. It just gives you lots of options. Lets you do stuff that you wouldn't be able to normally. So Lady in Waiting reed stone food, no surprise there. Needed the reed and the stone. Oh, 2 reed got taken. Huh, that is really surprising to me. I'm very surprised that he did that. He's assuming he's going to get a clay action. Which he might be true. He might be correct about. If he gets a clay action, then it works out for him. Means that I'm a little stuck in terms of feeding. I need 4 more food by the end of this round. So buying Basket Maker's Workshop gets me 3 of those, and then I would need 1 more from my final action. Alternatively, I could play Silo Builder. No, that doesn't quite work. Yeah, it doesn't quite give me enough. Okay, well, it might work out for Smith Dorian, in which case, good for him. A little annoying for me, but that happens. So I'm going to need 1 food from my last action. Probably it's going to just end up being fishing or day labor, which is too bad. But I did put myself in that position where I was vulnerable. It also means that I'm not going to get to build my next room for a while because I'm not going to get 2 reed. I'm going to want to get a 3 reed action so that I have 2 to build a room and then 1 extra to eat. So probably the next time that I get to grow is with my hut builder room in round 11. Lady in Waiting grabs 3 wood, so yes, I will imagine that Lady in Waiting renos and builds the well with her next move. And here I very sadly have to take day labor. So that is really not very good that I have had to do that. So I eat a reed and 3 food. Oh, and nobody took the 5 clay either. So that's not good for my hewer. I really wanted to be able to take the 5 clay there so that my hewer activates next round. It's very likely that someone will take 6 clay. Yeah. I might be in a wee bit of trouble. We'll see. We'll see. There's still lots of game left to go. It's hard because the Reedstone food action has been so hotly contested. Normally it's not this contested this late in the game, but because of the Mason's Apprentice and the early Stonehouse extension. So things that I want to do this round, I want to play Wolf and Silo Builder, and I want to probably take Clay, although So things that I want to do this round, I want to play Wolf and Silo Builder, and I want to probably take Clay, although I would like to take Clay when it's going to trigger my Wolf. Hmm. 6 Clay is definitely a very good action, so there's nothing wrong with me taking 6 Clay here. So probably take 6 Clay, play Wolf maybe, and then yeah, and then think about what my other options are. I'm not sure. I don't have to build another room. Not a wood room, that is. I could clay hut extend still. So what do I do here? I guess I take six clay. 6 clay is a pretty good action, likely to get me. Um, well, I'll reno and then probably play grain mill oven as well. So my next action probably occupation. I do want to start plowing as well. So maybe play an occupation and then plow. Does Def pay for spare fence post? Yes, he does. So I get 2 food. I could have fenced there instead of taking clay myself and then taken big piles of animals. That would have been okay too. But there is Lady in Waiting who also wants to take big piles of animals. But then again, she is also wanting to renovate here. So hard to say. Hard to say what she'll do. She might reno and play. Oh, she plays Stonehouse Extension. Interesting. I guess it saves her 1 read playing that. Surprised she's not playing Carpet though. Maybe Carpet didn't get to her. Maybe Def took Carpet. I don't know. We'll see. Well, I definitely want to get 2 plows done to hit that threshold for points. And I want to be able to sow my grain and vegetable that I'm going to get from Silo Builder. Yeah, I still got lots of stuff to do. And I still do have time to do it. It's just the game's creeping along. Late family growth was probably the worst for me, I have to say. Probably the worst possible outcome for me. But that happens. That happens. So here I'll play Silo Builder. And then if I want to play Wolf, I don't build a room here. I can't build a room anyway, so it doesn't matter. It's a moot point. I'm gonna want to take 2 reed and 2 food next round, and then also probably reedstone food at some point. Yeah, because I'm gonna want to get. I am gonna with that 6 clay grab. I am gonna want to reno because renovating will be about as good as wood hut builder, except that I've already got the six clay either way. Renovating and playing like Stone Oven or something like that would be pretty good. Or renovating and playing the well, even better. Nice thing about the stone oven is I can play it off the grain mill oven. And even if I don't get the stone oven, is I can always discard grain mill oven for baker's oven, so it's the same number of points for me either way. So that's pretty cool. Oh, and the pottery is available again. So that's cool. Could always take pottery with my clay and then still stay on wood and play wood hut builder. So that's cool. It means I got some options. Last action here, plow a field. I could have starting player there in order to first action family growth, but I don't see any need to. Because I can always family growth in round 12 or round 13. Yeah, I don't have minors that I'm ready to play yet. I guess I would rather hold off my minors for when I can play Stonehouse Extension. And to skip a minor and then skip a minor again twice in a row is really annoying. Oh, I had my mic off. Um, Not sure how long I was silent for. Um, yeah. Open gate, really nice with Stonecutter. It's a free point. All the free point miners are really good. And having a combo that gives you a free point is even better. So here, I probably take 2 reed. I think that's the play. I do need the food. I now have enough food, assuming I don't play any occupations, but I would like to play wolf, so I don't know, we'll see. Playing wolf is nice because even if it only gets me one extra grain, that one extra grain I can bake with my grain mill oven, Stonehouse Extension, or grain mill oven, baker's oven, so that'll be cool. Leading Waiting plays Broom, fantastic combo with Village Fool, really excellent. So Village Fool is going to be worth a whole ton of points at the end of the game. And gets Goose Pond. So here, I'm gonna do this either way. May as well play wolf here. So here, I can build a room and activate my wolf once, but that'll mean that I have to eat a grain and cannot eat a reed. So I think what I'm going to do instead is just about anything else, and then next round I will yeah, even if I like take cattle here or something. I could take cattle. Could do traveling players. I think that those are the only two that I'd really seriously consider. Um, yeah, I think I'm gonna take cattle here, and I then eat three food and a reed. So that means that next round I have to do something like first action, second action, take reed, third action, build a room, and get a bunch of stuff. So I wish I had known that that was coming, or else I would have built a room last round. But that happens. Maybe I should have taken the risk. I could have. I definitely could have taken that risk. I don't know. Hard to say. Uh, so my first action should be to family growth, since actually no, I don't have to family growth first action at all, because Lady in Waiting is now filled up. So like my last action will be family growth. So probably I might even first action read stone food, and then second action build a room, and then third action family growth. That would be okay. And then first action in round 13 would be starting player so that I can plow sow round 14, or I plow sow round 13 if it's available. Okay, that seems to work for me. Read stone food food. Oh, actually, I should think about this. I could have not paid to read, and then I don't have to read stone food here. So I take away a stone, and I take away 2 food, and then I take away 1 more food, or 3 more food because I don't convert a reed. So I'm going to do that. Okay, so I'm going to build a room, and then I'm going to build 4 stables. And then I get a boar. There we go. Yeah, okay, that seems to work. And then I will be able to bake one of those grain. Oh, this is a disaster. Largely brought on by me, admittedly, but that's okay. So there, I have 3. Hopefully I get stone oven. That would be really cool if I did, but in case I don't. Um, I need 1 more reed in order to Yeah. Oh well, that happens. Whatever. I don't need to say anything. Oh. So I wouldn't mind taking wood next round, because that would give me a second boar, which would then breed. It would also give me more points from fencing. So that might be my third action this round to take boar. Or to take wood. Sorry, did I say boar? Yeah, to take wood. And and then whether I reno or not, if I reno, I play wood. I don't play wood hut builder. If I do, I play wood hut builder. So either way will work. Nice thing actually, if I get a stone and a food for my hewer next round, I can play clay oven as a minor improvement, and then discard grain mill oven to get stone oven for free. That would be really cool. And then even if I don't get stone oven, I can discard grain mill oven to get baker's oven. So either way, it would be worth something. So that's pretty cool. Smith Dorian plays Field Warden, really nice with his donkey, really nice. So I'll take 4 wood and an extra wood and then get another boar. Def Reedstone food. I'm not. I guess he's looking at well, getting the well maybe. Anyways, with my first action, I am going to plow sow. So one of each. And get a food and a stone hewer. Yeah, Smith Dorian did not build the stone room, so this play is fine. Oh, iron oven, of course. So Def had iron oven. So that's good for him. So I'm going to want to go on, I imagine Lady in Waiting family growth without room here. Although she might not. It's possible that she leaves it for me. I might even go on family growth minor twice because the clay oven and stone oven are both minors for me, and they're good minors nonetheless. So yeah, I might do that instead. So I have 2 options. I do want to fence as well. Is my fence action safe next round? It might not be because of Def. So maybe I fence here just to be safe. There's no way plow sow comes back to me. So I'm going to do big fencing. So I fence 12 and get 3 extra from my spare fence posts. Then my last action will be to family growth play clay oven, and then in round 14 I'll family growth play stone oven or baker's oven, and then yeah. Oh, you know what? Does that work? That might not work. I'm gonna have to check the compendium. Oh, that'll be pretty annoying if I got that wrong. Grain mill oven. So if the grain mill oven cannot be discarded for baker's oven, that'll be pretty annoying. It's not an oven, so cannot be upgraded to any oven upgrade. Oh, that really sucks. Okay. That's kind of counterintuitive, but that's how the game is. I might get stone oven anyways, because Smith Dorian wants to reno to stone, and nobody else has stone, so someone would have to actually take stone for it to work. Lady in Waiting plays Mason. So I will family growth with my next move. Oh, Smith Dorian might play well, actually. He still has 1 wood. Okay, that's fine. Yeah, clay oven is still good. And then I eat feed 7. Harvest and breed. And I maybe get a food and a stone from Hewer. We'll see. Nobody really wants clay at this point in the game, so might be okay. He's at 5 people. Def will be at 5 people. 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4. So Lady in Waiting and I are the only 2 players that will be family growthing next round, so for sure I'm going to get a family growth action. Ideally I would want to get family growth with room. And she got quarry. Holy! Holy, pretty freaking good. Pretty freaking good. So next round, I'm going to have 4 actions. 1 will be to family growth. 1 will be to play wooden hut builder. 1 will be maybe take a sheep for 2 points. And 1 take food, something like that. Has Lady in Waiting discarded all of her occupations? 1, 2, 3. No, she still has an occupation that she's holding on to. Oh no, she's played 4. Okay, so for sure an occupation is safe. It's very unlikely that Smith Dorian has another late game oc. It's possible, but I didn't see that many in the draft. 4 grain and 3 vegetable. So 1 more of each is each worth a point, but I don't really have a way of getting any more. I can, when I buy Baker's Oven, I can bake a grain, and that'll be all the food I need for the rest of the game. Alternatively, if I take 3 reed, that'll give me 5 food and a point. 3 read is 5 food and a point, so that'll be all I need for the rest of the game. Or I could read stone food and get buy joinery. That's also an option. Yeah, that's pretty good. Buy food and a point, so that'll be all I need for the rest of the game. Or I could read stone food and get buy joinery. That's also an option. Yeah, that's pretty good. Def plow sows, no surprise. He hasn't really had all that spectacular a game, all things considered. Pretty much everyone in this game is having a good game. Um, I don't know. I don't know how well mine is gone. Probably it depends on if I get stone oven or not. I don't know. I could read stone food. That would get me 5 food, and then it would also let me play joinery. So if my actions are family growth, play stone house extent or play stone oven, that's 2 actions, both of which are giving me 3 points. And then I could read stone food and then I could play joinery. Or I could read stone food and then take sheep. Yeah. Okay, I have a couple different things. And do I bake? No. No, I don't bake. So now, oh, I need to play Wood Hut Builder too. So I've got Wood Hut Builder, I've got taking sheep, and then I've got taking food. Those will be my last 3 actions. So here I play Wood Hut Builder. Yeah, I didn't. When did I play Clay Oven? I played Clay Oven on starting player in round 12, right? Or no, I played it on family. Oh, I did family growth in round 13. Okay. I did get family growth. Yeah, right. I starting played round 12, played grain mill oven, and then I played family growth and got clay oven as a minor, and then I discarded clay oven or grain mill oven to play stone oven. Here, I'll take sheep. I think sheep is the most number of points available to me at this point. And then my last action will be to take food. So I've had a good game. I would have liked to have grown earlier, and also I had that 1 day labor action, which really stunk. Didn't get enough plow actions in, but other than that, I've had an okay game. Not going to be good enough to win. No, there are too many other. Like Smith Dorian has had a really, really good game. Like all of his cards have just done so much for him. The fact that he was able to get the Eris grow off for round 10, that was really good. Yeah. And of course, Def, like always, had a good game. And and Lady in Waiting, very strong player, had a good game. Probably mine has not been good enough to win, but we'll find out. Uh, am I gonna need to eat? Oh, this is, yeah, because I can eat a read. So I end with whatever I show here, which is not that fantastic. 46. Respectable.